Last weekend, you were either
Fans, make some noise!
Swifties at the stadium or Lentis at Lentor Mansion. Walao, everyday Taylor Swift. Let's talk about Lentor Mansion. The land bid at Lentor Mansion is the lowest price compared to the others in Lentor area. But surprisingly, why Lentor Mansion seems to have the highest price per square foot, and how come the unit size becomes smaller? I believe you have heard this thing called GFA Harmonisation. But GFA Harmonisation, maybe you already know, it's about excluding the aircon ledge from what you are paying for. But there is still something else that you may not know about it. And I don't think you can find this in any other videos or website. We don't want to be the chai tao lah, job by the developer. So how much should you factor in? How much price will be considered as a good deal? And I'm here to help you figure out a reasonable price to avoid overpaying. If you want to dive deeper into the story and concept behind the GFA harmonization, you can check out my other video here, which I highly recommend you to watch. But now, let me summarize the key points in simpler terms. During the land bidding process, URA provides developers with the figures indicating how many stories can be built and the total area allowed for the project. However, along the way, there are some loopholes here and there. Creative developers can sometimes take advantages of these loopholes. Take for example the issue with aircon ledges. Buyers have complained that they are too big, some almost the length of a bus. Why does this happen? It is because previously, aircon ledges are not counted in the total area given by URA. But the strata area calculated by SLA includes the total area given by the URA plus the aircon ledges. So you end up paying for the aircon ledge even though you can't use the space. To developers, aircon ledges are just bare reinforced concrete with railings, which are cheap to build but can be sold for good profits. In other words, the more aircon ledge developers build, the more profit they make. So some developers might as well build the large aircon ledge and sell them to you. Now let's talk about Lentor Mansion, which happened to be the first project affected by this new harmonization. The developer Guacoland still need to build aircon ledge, but they can't sell it to you. So the size of aircon ledge is not included in the unit size on the floor plan. That's why the unit size appears smaller compared to before. Usually the aircon ledge makes up about 6 to 7% of the unit size. But let me tell you, the developer is not just losing on that 6 to 7% profit, they are losing even more. Why? Previously, the developers sell you the bare finishing aircon ledge at the price of the finished product. Just think about the profit there. Now, every single square foot that Guacoland builds comes with architectural finished product and sells you the price of the finished product. So in reality, the developer is losing out on more than just the space. Could be around 8 to 9%. And there is more. Developers could also lose out due to the harmonization when it comes to curtain wall. What is curtain wall? It is the glass panel of bedroom window. In the past, URA only measure the total area until the slab, but the developers measure until the middle of the glass and sold to you based on that. Now, everyone must measure until the middle of the curtain wall. So, once again, developers are losing out on some area and profit around another 1 to 2%. To sum it up, after harmonization, the developers are losing out on almost 10% of the size from their profit margin. That's why it makes sense that Guacoland got this land at a cheaper price. Let's say the break-even is 1797 per square foot per plot ratio, according to prior harmonization. Now, with the adjustment, it should be 10% higher, which is 1977 PSF PPR. According to a 15% profit margin, the developer should price it around 2274 PSF PPR on average. Now let's talk about the higher price per square foot. While it might seem much higher, but the overall price quantum won't be higher, and that's the good news about it. For instance, consider a 2-bed 2-bath unit at Lentor Mansion, which is 657 square feet. Despite the smaller number, it is actually comparable in size to a unit at Lentor Hills Residences, which is 710 square feet. The higher floor unit was sold for over 1.6 million. So if you can secure a 2-bed 2-bath unit at Lentor Mansion for less than 1.5 million, do you think it's a good deal? I understand that many of you might still confused, but don't worry. You can always reach me via my WhatsApp at 91887652 for further discussion. By the way, if you are interested in this project, I can offer you an intensive analysis of the safe entry price for every single unit type. Of course, if you choose to work with me as your property agent. I'm the property strategist, Steven Chong. That's all for today and hope to see you soon. Bye.